So let me first give you a brief profile about our guest, Miss Sara Atia, a self-described seeker. Sara Atia is a student of the world. Sara studied rhetoric, philosophy, and religion at UC Berkeley. After studying towards her master's in international affairs at the New School in New York City, she decided to become an attorney for civil justice. She was appointed to both Governor Schwarzenegger, the famous Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Brown's administration, but in 2011 decided to leave her law career. Having traveled through 41 countries, she became fascinated with the power of mind. She studied yoga, energy, medicine, and meditation, and refined her vision for this space she had envisioned in 1996, creating SOMADOME, a sanctuary for the self, a technology-enabled meditation vessel merging ancient healing practices with modern technology during a 20-minute session. Now, SOMADOME boasts of 300 domes globally, making people meditative all across. That's wonderful to hear. Welcome once again, Sarah. And whenever I hear this word Soma Dome, or you can say the meditation pod, we think only about your organization in India.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Now, normally, whenever we think of meditation, we just think only a chair and a beanbag or maybe a pillow, and that's all. But with this of your creation of Soma Dome, now we have think of pod, a meditation pod.
That's wonderful. I appreciate that. It's it's really, I think, about creating a special space, a sort of a sanctuary that's free from dogma, free from, religion, thought leadership, and just a pure space for people to connect to themselves and find their own inner voice and connect to, source, which is connects every living being, every living entity on the planet and the world. And we get so bombarded by so much noise, you know. So I think having that space that's pure and clean and free from all of that noise is really important. Of course, we can meditate anywhere. We can meditate when we're driving, when we're walking our dog, when we're cooking, whatever we're doing. It's being in the present moment, trying to um, be grounded, be connected. But for me, the Somadome is really about accessing, that sort of time and space and creating that vessel for people, for us, for me to, deliberately go in and be able to connect.
Uh, I have the fortune to see the Soma Dome. I will share this small video without the sound right now so that people can also visualize what we're talking about. So I will play a short video. Excuse me for the sound, but then visual is more important for Soma Dome to understand. I will be playing that video. Audience, this is the real Soma Dome. You can say the product that we're talking about, which helps in your meditation. I will be playing this video. Was the video visible easily? Uh, Sarah, was it
Sorry, the what? The
was
what?
was the video visible? Is going
Yes,
on?
I saw it. Yes. Mhm. No, no sound, but yes, visual.
So this is Somadome that we are talking about. Uh, we wish we would be soon having an experience of uh, the Somadome sometime soon. Uh, okay. First of all, Sarah, Somadome is a fantastic name. How come you came up with this wonderful name, Somadome? Like, is there any background? Is there any kind of interest area? Like, how come this word?
Yeah, I soma in is a root word in Greek and Latin, and it means, whole being. And it's used a lot in, somatic therapy, somatic mind body connection. And the soma really means, to me, it means the self. And so the dome is the space, and the soma is the individual. It's the person that enters the space, and it's obviously different for every person that is in the dome. But it's important that it's about that person and not about anybody else or any brand or again, thought leader or specific type of content. It's really about the person and having um, a sacred, clean place for that soul, for that individual.
Interesting. Sarah, just since you are from US and we are from India, in India, Soma, just like we say Monday, right? Monday. So in India, Monday is called as Somvar.
Hmm.
So Somvar means Somvar. Var means day. Som. Som is a thing also we call to the moon.
Hmm.
And Som is also a thing which we can say, which those who are meditative and they are intoxicated by the meditation without chemicals, just by the feeling of meditation. So that is also called a Som and is also a
Hmm.
kind of a drink, which is a meditative drink. You can say that.
Really? Oh,
So
very
you can say
interesting.
this is conceptually, yes, but we also say Monday is a Somvar. So it's
Okay.
somehow attached with this, what you were saying. Yes.
Very interesting. Wow.
So, so Sarah, can you please tell something about your background and how you got started with this all? Though we have taken your brief profile, but some insights more onto it, your journey so far.
Well, it's funny. I mean, I can't take credit for creating this because I think like with any, I believe, with anything anybody creates in life, it's really not coming from them. It's coming really through us. And for me, with the vision for this, it came in a dream. Um, and a long time ago. And I was, obviously much younger, and I had no idea what it meant. And I just got it was like a download. And I remember I woke up in the middle of the night and I had like chills all over my entire body. I still can remember it like it was yesterday. And it was like this just message that came to me that said, there has to be a space. There has to be this space for people to access, to connect within, to connect to themselves. We need that. And the world at the time, obviously 1996, when the vision came, I had no idea, what it meant. I had no idea what this would look like, what it would do. None of the technology was there. I had no idea what I was doing. I hadn't even, I mean, I had started practicing a little bit of yoga just, casually, but it wasn't like I was, and I was studying, of course, personally, I was studying religion and philosophy and very interested in world religions. And I've always been very interested in understanding different cultures. And, really at the end of all of it, the one thing I've realized more than anything is we're all the same. Everybody's the same. Everybody cares about, their family. They care about being a good person for the most part. People care about having basic needs met, love, being sheltered, having food, being safe, having peace. The culture, the religion, the traditions, the spiritual paths, the different costumes that we wear or ways that we, can create, appearances inside, we're all really the same. So I think, I spent a lot of time. I actually spent several months in India, actually, and I spent several months in Israel. I traveled all over Asia, all over Europe, North and South America, little bits of Africa and the Middle East. Um, and I just I love the world. I love other cultures. And when this vision, came, I was too young. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't, even have a path really set for me in life that I had clarity around. And I tried to do, it for a few years. I tried to make prototypes, but it was kind of a disaster. Everything I made it was just horrible. And I was waitressing and trying to survive, and it just, it wasn't the right time, I think, in the world either. Um, and so I put it away. I said, I just kind of wanted this to go away, to be honest. It was too big. It felt too hard and difficult. And but it never went away. It just became bigger and bigger and bigger in me. And the vision just grew. And I became obsessed with it. Like it became for me, it became to a point where it was never an option. It felt like I was living, a lie if I didn't actualize this vision. It became clear that it was my dharma. And um so I remember I tried to do other things. I went to grad school and studied international affairs. I thought I would maybe go into the Peace Corps, or work in some other country, where do something with global relations. I don't know. I went to law school and studied social justice, and thought maybe I would do something to help the social justice system, which is very difficult, very complicated, um, and painful to see, firsthand a lot of the actual injustices that are happening. Um, and the vision for SOMADOME was just, it never left. It really grew like a fire in me. And I reached a point finally, after many years of trying to deny it, in 2011, 2012, I literally just fell to my knees one day, and it was a moment of complete and total surrender, where I said, God, universe, whatever this is, whatever this, vision is that you gave to me, or put through me, please, help me do it, help me actualize it. Because if I can't, if I can't, then that's fine. So be it. But if I can, you have to open, all the doors, and bring the people, and I'll do my part. So, so anyway,
Okay. So, Sarah, what is happiness for you? Do you have some short meaning or some experiences or some, you can say, overarching view of happiness for you as a person when you see this world or
yeah, I think that's a difficult question. You ask me, I'm a very analytical person. I'm a very um, sensitive person. I feel the pain in the world. I have a hard time seeing injustice and not feeling sad. But I've learned, I guess, over the years, mostly it's my mom's mom, my grandmother on my mom's side, and now through my mom, I've learned how they see life, which is, very simple and very positive. They're just, they're grateful for the moment, grateful for the simple things, grateful for the small kindnesses, grateful for life, for health, for light, for love, for family, for shelter, peace. And life is more and more complicated. The world is it's a crazy time to be alive. And, if we focus on all of those things, it's very hard to achieve, I think, happiness. And so for me, happiness is focusing on the little things, focusing on my dog and the walk with my dog. Huh?
Did we hear that sound, that voice of
Yes,
your dog?
yes, you heard him already.
We have
He-
one dog in the room also just now, and you also
oh,
have.
really?
Wonderful.
Yeah. So he brings me a lot of happiness. And I think I mentioned to you I'm about to have a baby, which is very
Oh, wow.
exciting. Yeah,
Yes.
so I'm really grateful. It's been many years that I've been trying. It's been a long journey. My family, the people I love, my friends, and my team, the company, bringing something to the world that I hope is helping people. That brings me a lot of sense of fulfillment. And but I think happiness is a concept. It's not a I mean, this for me, I think uh we feel so many different things and all the time. Happiness is sort of the goal, to feel joy. But for me, I find that the more I try to just stay in this moment, and right now we're doing this, and the next moment, who knows what I'll do? Maybe I'll have dinner, it's late, whatever I'll do, I'll be in that moment. And the more I can train myself to stay in each moment, the more happiness I'm capable of feeling in those moments, because I'm not thinking about the work I didn't finish, or the chores I have to do, or this stuff in the world happening, whatever it is. I'm just thinking about this beautiful conversation and what you're doing with the university, and that I'm here and healthy, and all these, and those are all good things.
Okay. Uh, Ara, regarding your Somadome as a product, like, you are the main person who got technically involved into it, or you are the conceptual person and you have a team, full team working on it, and what makes this pod unique? Like, you must have done research also before launching this pod. Is there any kind of similar things available, or was it what is unique in this pod? That if you can tell to our listeners.
Well, I know when we first entered the market in 2000, I mean, very first prototype, but when we really entered the market in 2015 with our more production level dome, and we were the first, to in the world to, I mean, I'm sure that there has been over the years different types of attempts or different types of concepts. And I don't think anyone can say I own this idea, because it's impossible. It's everything is universal consciousness, and we're all just manifesting different pieces of it, and it's like a fabric. But the vision for this specific manifestation, I think, again, it wasn't mine, it was just channeled. And I do have a team. I have I worked with brilliant, I think, engineers and designers, and people that shared the vision. I brought it, I said, I have to make this, can you help me? What are we going to do? How will it look? What will we, we prototyped for years. We made like 8 different versions, and throw that away, that doesn't look good, this is too big, this is awkward, this is ugly, this is, and I think, for me, what was one thing that was very clear was the dome, because domes create a healing vortex
Okay.
with the universe, and it's an energetic sort of pull of energy that is channeling from the ether, the cosmos, the vata energy. And like that's why you see any spiritual holy structure has a dome.
Yes. That's
Churches,
good.
mosques, temples, yeah, everything. And it's because of the feeling that it creates. And when you're inside of the dome structure, also you lose your depth perception, so you feel like it's a much bigger, more infinite kind of space. So I thought, how can we create an environment that feels expansive, and that feels, much bigger than it is, creates that illusion, that sense. And so that the dome is a huge piece. And then what it's doing, nothing it's doing is necessarily proprietary in the sense that you can't go listen to, isochronic tones or binaural beats with your headphones on a million different channels, or you can't implement color and integrate light and different light waves to, help circadian rhythms or connect to different feelings, emotions, psychosomatic responses. And then the energy healing piece, with the magnetic and the microcrystalline tiles referencing different frequencies in the earth. And, with energy around us, magnets work from, referencing frequencies, basically. That's how the earth is one giant magnet. And so when we work with magnets and we're, uh, entities that are sensitive to energy, that we're pulling, the healing frequencies from the earth, and they're helping us, move our chi, move our flow. I'm so sorry. Sorry, so sorry.
That's very normal. It's okay. There is even in some.
I'm I'm so sorry. Hi. Is
Yes,
everything okay?
I can hear you. Yes.
Is everything okay?
Uh, it's okay. Okay. Uh,
Sorry about that. Will you be able to take that out of there? Oh,
Same
it's okay.
also thing going on also here. We have a dogs also. Okay.
Oh,
Uh,
and he heard my dog. Oh, that's
yeah,
funny.
yes.
Oh, that's
That is
funny.
what the beauty of the love is.
Yeah.
So,
So,
Sarah,
yeah.
as a CEO of the SOMADOME, since SOMADOME is for meditation and you must be managing many employees. So how do you keep the well-being of your employees and like for you and for your employees? Do you use only SOMADOME for your well-being or do you have a different routine also for your own keeping up your well-being? What you do?
Yeah, I practice yoga.
Okay.
I stream a lot of different mantras. I'll stream. Do you need
Okay.
to do something? Are you okay? You
It's
can.
okay. It's okay. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yes, please.
No, no, it's I don't know. Um I just uh um walk my dog. I um I I try, when I can to get into nature as much as possible. I've been working a lot. I work a lot. And, I think people think that just because, it's a company that makes something that helps people with relaxation and meditation and stress and all of that, that it's somehow the company itself is not stressful, but it's hard. I mean, it's very, you
Okay.
know, it's very difficult. We're making a large capital good that has hardware and software, and it's complicated logistically and technically, and it's expensive to make, and there's a lot of engineering issues, and it's an ongoing R&D cycle, and of course finding good people is not always easy, and um, keeping people motivated when things get hard. um, None of it is obvious or easy, but I think hearing stories that we hear from some of our users that tell us, this helped me cure this issue that I was struggling with, that nothing else, or it helped me recover from or perform better, create something, tap into my own inner self more. It gives me, helps my marriage. It helps me sleep better. The testimonials, the feedback that we don't ask for that just comes, that's really meaningful. So just feeling like what I'm doing, what I'm giving to the world is helping make things a little better. That's what keeps, I think, all of us going, my whole team. We're not doing it, I don't think, for the money, but of course, hopefully we'll grow so that we can bring more domes to the world, and so
So
that
we wish this grows and grows, because this is the new thing that we as a meditative country, or you can say as a meditative community, we haven't come across yet. The moment we came across, I contacted you on the very same day, and then we had a discussions on that day, and let's see how it goes forward. And hopefully that we and your organization somehow get attached in some meaningful manner, which is both meaningful to both of us. Let's move forward. Okay. Since for you happiness is gratitude, what is spirituality then for you? Is this like spirituality is not a religion? Spirituality, some people say, is a way of life. Some people say something else. For you as a person for Somadome, what is spirituality for you?
I mean, I think for me, what I was saying, earlier about realizing we're all the same, for me, spirituality is knowing. It's the sense of just knowing that we're all connected,
Okay.
um, and there's no division between me or you, or me and my dog, or any living being, that we're all one. That's spirituality for me.
So you were talking something of Zen, right? I
Of
feel,
what?
I feel something of Zen in your terminologies.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I guess I don't really know how to label, all of it, but maybe, I don't know. I haven't really studied a lot of Zen Buddhism, but I think that is part of the Tao, or the philosophy, for sure. I mean, I've studied a little bit of it, but I think um I mean, like, I think, the Vedic tradition is so beautiful. I've done a few panchakarmas. I love Ayurveda.
Okay.
I love
Okay.
yoga. I love um understanding our body's, constitution, and connecting to nature, and going, but that's not spirituality, that's more, health. But the pieces of that around the pranayama, and the obviously,
Pranayama. Yes.
and the
The
breath
breathing
work,
practices.
and the physical asanas, the seven limbs of yoga, I think, is a really spiritual path, because you're doing, karma, and you're walking your path with your dharma yoga, and you're, contributing to the world. And so I think, spirituality is, I think we can get so we can get so turned around trying to define it, and label it, and take claim to, I'm a Buddhist, I'm a yogi, I'm a philosopher, or but really I think it's just maybe being kind, which is seems so easy to be kind to everyone, but in a world where people have road rage, and there's all these, crazy things happening, it's hard sometimes. I think you're very kind, I mean, you seem to just, it's a choice that we make, right?
Right.
It's Yeah.
Every moment is a choice. Every moment is a decision, and we can choose in a kind manner or an unkind manner. So I heard something like this: we have a evil, a wolf, and we have a kind wolf inside us. So the
Mm.
question was like that: which one is stronger? So
It's
people
whichever
say
one you feed, right?
whichever one you feed. So that
Yeah.
every moment we have a choice whether we want that unkind wolf to grow, or we want the kind one to grow, and we feed always the kind one somehow. We try. Yes. Have you ever faced any instance when your spiritual practices have impacted your business decisions? Like any kind of a conflict which happened in a business decision, or how you have to interact with the employees or making a policy, something like that. And you said, no, I believe in this and I will work according to that. So I sometimes I have to let go, sometimes I have to hold on to something, but I will stick to my one insight or one belief or one spiritual idea, something like that.
That's an interesting question. Actually, it's interesting. Last week, something happened where we had a pretty big conflict with a vendor,
Okay.
and they were breaking a contract,
Okay.
and then it was costing us tens of thousands of dollars. And I'm thinking about it from a lawyer's perspective, and thinking, we could fight this, we could take them to court, we could prove that they're misrepresenting things, um, and then I thought to myself, I don't want to put my energy into fighting this. I don't want to put my energy into winning. I think that would end up being a pretty big loss, because I would lose my focus. I would cultivate anger. I would uh, you know, fuel this bad energy. Um, and what would I win in the end? I probably wouldn't beat these guys, because they're a huge company. They've got big, big lawyers. And, I'm just trying to, we're trying. So in the end, I talked with an advisor as well. And he said, just pay it and be done. Just walk away, get your stuff back, or, get whatever, recover, be whole on your own, and walk away. And I thought, that's really the only way to handle this, because, I don't want to waste another minute on a bad interaction. So I think that was maybe a good example of a recent thing I can remember. I can't hear you.
Do you watch cricket?
Cricket.
Yes.
I don't. I watch
Okay, okay.
football. I watch
In
football.
our cricketing language, we say when the ball is coming too fast towards you, and when the bowler throws the ball towards you in a very fast way, there are two ways. Either you have to put lot of energy to hit straight back, or you have to just flick the bat and let the energy of the ball just be converted into a 6 or a 4 run. So
Hmm.
what you are doing is you are not putting a lot of energy to fight back. So that is what is the point is it needs energy to fight back. But sometimes the wisdom also says, okay, let the thing be just let go. Let's move on. Just flick, not hit. So that's a
That's a
wonderful
great
example.
analogy. Great analogy. I like that.
So,
Flick it,
so
not hit
you
it. Yeah.
flick it. You just flicked it with the
Yeah.
edge of the bat, not the face of the bat.
Right. Right. Right.
So you took a decision with the edge of your spirituality perspective or the bat of your decision maker. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, if you come across any young leader, a young person who is entering into a business, a startup or something like that, what would you suggest to him? How to integrate this small aspect of happiness or spirituality into their routine life? What should they do? Like how to
Um,
integrate that if you are a happy person and you want to do a startup or you want to do a business, so how to move on? Just first initial steps, what should be taken?
that's a great question. I honestly think the one thing I would say more than anything else is to have the passion for what they're doing, and to
Okay.
really feel it in their soul and their heart and their whole being. If they don't feel that fire, and it's not coming from a place within them, if they're doing it because they think they found a product market fit, or they think they have an opportunity to make a lot of money, or they think someone else is doing it, they can do it better. There's a lot of businesses that will make a fast buck, or they'll turn, and they can, but to be a real, I think for me, what I've learned is to really have the grit, and to be able to endure so many challenges. You have to have the fire within. That's the only way, and that's the only thing that keeps me going. It's not the prospect of making money or being famous or getting media or whatever it is. I don't. None of that drives me. I mean, all of that would be nice to say, oh, we made all this money or whatever, but really it's the stories that I hear from people saying that it's helping them. And I feel like that's why I'm doing this. That's the passion. And so I feel whatever it is that an entrepreneur or a young person has, that fuels their passion, that's the key to feeling rewarded, really. And I think being rewarded is happiness in the business context.
Okay. Steve Jobs have said something similarly on the passion, that passion is needed to start the thing, because if you are not passionate, things are getting tough in your life, in the business life, and only a passionate person can absorb that pain or the thing to move on. A non-passion person will give up. Only a person with passion will still keep on moving, because the pain that is required to overcome, which will happen in the due course of time. This only a passionate person can absorb it. Rest, ordinary person will just give up. So that's why we have very few people who are business people. Out of 100, maybe 5 or 10 are business people. Rest are
Mm,
not, something like
mm,
that. Okay.
mm, mm.
Uh, fantastic.
Interesting.
Last, in our first session, we have called up one CEO of New Phony. This company deals with the brain, you can say brain mapping or EEG based machine. Like you have the SOMADOME, which is like a sound and color therapy, but they are doing on the brain waves.
Mm,
So they map the brain waves to check up how meditative you are, or how you can say relaxed you are. So they work on the brain level.
mm,
So they have one policy that every employee has to come to the office, and they have to first check how you are right now in the brain conditions. So it means something like that. So they ensure
interesting.
that you have to meditate before the work starts. Is this something similar in your organization? Do you motivate them to use Somadome every day, or how it goes?
I definitely tell whoever is working with the company with us, our partners in the market where we have domes, the staff, the teams around the dome, use it as much as you can. Use it on your lunch break, after work, before work, during the day if you feel you need it, whatever, just get in the dome. It's not everyone has access all the time, so it's but it's really more of just for me with my team, the people that I work with, just want them to be balanced, healthy, happy, people. And of course it's not easy building a company. It can be very stressful, it can be very overwhelming, it can be confusing and frustrating and complicated. And so it's not for everyone. It takes a certain type of person to want to solve problems all the time. And it's not a 9 to 5. It could be long hours. It can be, so I think it's the people that I've worked with over the years that have been a part of this, building this with me, my team. And there's been so many people that have contributed in very meaningful ways. The one thing that they've had that has been the most valuable, meaningful, contribution they've made to Somadome has been their passion, and that they've really truly shared the vision with me and truly understood that this is not my vision. I'm not the founder. I mean, yes, I started the company, but that's because I had no choice.
Okay. Okay. So we are at the third stage after happiness discussion on spirituality and your how employees. And third one we are moving on is the cool fire. As I requested, we would be in a rapid fire, you can say cool fire session. We would be giving a statement, and I will request you to answer as quickly as possible in 1 or 2 words. That's all. No descriptions,
Okay.
nothing. Just like
Oh,
that.
wow, that sounds a little scary. Okay, fun.
Okay.
Let's do
So listeners, now we are entering into the third zone of cool fire, or you can say the rapid fire round with Sarah. Okay, Sarah, your first one. What is your morning routine? Coffee or tea or something else?
it. Well, it's lemon water
Lemon water.
and then
What is your
and
favorite?
coffee later.
Okay. What is your favorite way to unwind after a long day?
Soak my feet in Epsom salts and watch a show and sit with
Epsom
my
salt.
dog. Just
Okay.
soak my feet or relax. Just do something, relaxing. Watch a show with my dog.
Okay.
Relax.
With the dog. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, what's the best advice you have ever received?
It's probably from my dad. My dad is my biggest mentor in life. But in business for sure. Um, just to always do the right thing. To always just to be an honest person. No matter what. It just if there was one thing, if I had to simplify,
Okay.
do the right thing.
Be a honest person. That's a wonderful lesson from the father. And I'm sure all daughters love their dad. Uh, that is the common thing that we are coming across. Sons love their mother, daughters love their father. So there is other there is we love both of them, but then this is the trend, this is the pattern visible. Somehow. I have two daughters. Yes.
Oh,
Uh, okay, Sarah, describe SOMADOME in one word. This whole organization, or you can say this concept in one word.
it's the space,
Space.
the space for the self.
Okay. Next similar question. If you could travel anywhere in the world right now, which space you would like to go? Which space you would like to be in? Where would you like to go?
Wow.
If you can travel anywhere.
Hmm.
This,
Right now, the only place I want to be is right here near my family home.
okay.
I wouldn't want to go anywhere right now.
Okay. What's your go-to karaoke song?
That's funny. God.
Any one song that is your favorite song that you get you
Uh,
hum, that you
I,
sing,
I like I like there's so many, but I don't know. I sort of a cheese ball, I think. I love the Neil Diamond Forever in Blue Jeans.
blue jeans?
Forever. Yeah, I don't know. I cheesy songs. I don't know.
Do you
Um,
want to hum it out? Yes.
but
Do you want to say a few lines?
no.
Yes. Okay.
No.
Uh, do you have any favorite affirmation or a mantra that you keep saying to yourself frequently? One statement, one
I've
word.
got this. I can do this.
I
I
can
can
do
do
this.
this. Yeah.
So like Nike, just do it. Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
Do you have a guilty pleasure that like
Uh,
food, ice
ice
cream, just
cream.
like
Ice cream.
ice cream,
Yeah.
like a cheat day, something like that.
Yeah.
If you could eat only one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oof. I think my dad's family is Italian. They're my grandmother made I love Italian food. I love good Italian food.
Oh,
I love all ethnic food, to be honest. Indian, Korean, Mexican. But I think just a good pasta, thin crust pizza.
what's your talent that you would have made the world surprised of? Is there
Mm.
anything that people would be surprised? Oh, Sarah is like this. Maybe people don't know that.
Oh, I think I'm maybe with my writing. When I'm not, writing for business or whatever, but I can really when I can get into the zone and tap into that flow, I think I'm a pretty good writer, but I
Oh,
haven't found that lately. I have to get back to that.
maybe we can try on that. Maybe we can try something jointly, a book or some kind of article, maybe.
Sure, sure.
Okay. And one of the last one, do you, if your life was to be made into a movie, would you, who would play that role of Sarah? Do you have any choices of an actor or an actor, means the actor, who would play
Oh,
your role?
that's
Who
funny.
would come close to yours? Uh,
I don't know. It's interesting. I'm not sure how much I look like her or anything like that, but I think I connect with Sandra Bullock. I like her a lot. Sandra Bullock, maybe. I don't know.
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Okay, done. So we are done with this rapid fire, the cool fire zone. Thank you, Sarah, and you did very well and got to know many things about you. Maybe you have thought I would be asking this thing also, but thank you for being
Yes,
honest and thank you for
you're
being showing
funny.
your
Very
perspective.
true.
Yes, yes.
Funny.
Such a light into Amity, the magnets bright. With SOMADOME, we find our peace in your presence where we cease. Thank you, Nostalgia, bringing joy to everyone. In your words we find the sun. Thank you, Nostalgia, you teach us how to meditate. Now our minds can elevate. Heart of peace and glow within. Happiness where we begin. In your talk we learn the way to find joy in every day. Chairman and CEO so kind. In your wisdom we unwind. With your guidance skies are clear. No more stress, no more fear. Thank you, Miss Achia, bringing joy to everyone. In your words we find the sun. Thank you, Miss Achia, you teach us how to meditate. Now our minds can elevate. Heart of peace and glow within. Happiness where we begin. In your words we find the sun. Thank you, Miss Achia, meditate. You teach us how to meditate. Now our minds can elevate. Home and warmth from your embrace. In your hands a peaceful place. Grateful hearts we sing for you, for the happiness you drew. Thank you, Miss Achia, bringing joy to everyone. In your words we find the sun. Thank you, Miss Achia, you teach us how to meditate. Now our minds can elevate. Heart of peace and glow within. Happiness where we begin. In your talk we learn the way to find joy in every day, in every day.
I like that. Was fun. Thank you, Professor Nitin.
Sarah, we have this culture of our talk show or the podcast that we ask our speakers to leave a question for the next speaker.
Oh, okay.
So they don't know who is coming, but for this time they knew who was coming. So I have shown this poster of your poster to them. So we had a guest, Mr. Sanjay Agarwal. He is the chairman and CEO of Paramount Communications Limited, India. It's a, you
Oh,
can say, few billion-dollar organization, and that organization is headed by Mr. Sanjay Agarwal. So
okay.
I asked him to leave one question for our next speaker. So that's you. So
Oh,
he
wow.
has asked a question, how much impactful this Somadome is for the employees, and in case we need to use that, how impactful it should be, like how routine it should be, how much they have to use for. So how much impactful and the efficacy of the equipment.
I think, to be honest, I don't think our team uses the dome as much as, we should, they should, because we're working so hard and it's not everyone has access all the time. So we're a distributed team. So I have my people, my engineers are all over the world, actually India, China. Our graphics people are in other countries too. And we have a team in, New York and also California. So whenever we have access to domes, whenever we're all together, of course we use them. Um, but it's not like it's an app or a wearable. So, it's or something you can eat or drink. Um, but I think the people that are working with me embrace the the vision, embrace the reason behind what we're doing, and they embody that in their lives. So the people that have made the biggest impact on SOMADOME that have worked with me over the years are people that share the values and share in not just the vision, but with their own interpersonal compass, moral compasses.
So do you
Does that
keep
all
track
make
of
sense?
them? Do you
Do
keep
I?
track of, do
Oh
you
yeah,
keep,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, we've had so many, I mean, there's been so many incredible contributors over the years, from, you know, the designers to the people that have helped build the first controller board to the next versions of our electronics to um, so many elements of our product and what we're bringing, you know, all of the engineering of it. And I've kept track of them. I have a dream someday to have a big party and bring everybody together who's been a part of this. I think it would be
oh,
amazing.
okay. So now it's your turn to ask a question for our next speaker. You don't know who that person could be. It could be an Indian, non-Indian, which country we don't know at this stage, because we will keep it as, you can say, a kind of a blind question that you can ask to the next speaker. And whatever would be your question, they would have to reply on that. So I will
Okay.
leave that to you. Any one question that you want to ask.
I think the question I would have is similar to the one that I think about, you know, which is what keeps them going? What is the fuel in their tank? You know, when things get hard, when it's complicated or there's problems or there's, you know, whether it's with investors or the market or their team or, you know, finding the right people or, you know, all the things that we can be challenged by trying to build companies. What is it that keeps them going? What is it that they feel the most, uh, the fuel in their tank?
Okay.
You know what it
Okay.
is for me, but I'd like to hear more about that from someone else.
Okay. So what keeps them going? I will ask definitely this question to the next speaker. And this remains, we don't know who that person could be. We invite two category of people, two kind of people. You can say one is from the corporate world, one from the spiritual world. So far, we have one spiritual guru has come and three CEOs have come. So we try to reach to the top heart, kind, and the brain people so that they can convey that essence of their life to the young generation, and it is easily like a experience, small pill experience kind of insight which they can absorb. Because we believe in India and we believe all across stories move people, stories of the world, stories of the people has something to inspire the next generation. And this is how the family works. This is how the country works. This is how any leader works. The stories
Mm.
move. Today, okay, next we move on. Uh, Now, do you have any final thoughts or messages that you would like to share with our listeners as a young CEO, particularly regarding the importance of mental health and well-being? Any one
Mm.
thought
I
that
think
you think
I
of?
think just that it is a choice that we make, you know, to stay positive, to stay in the light, to stay with love, to keep our hearts open. It's a choice that we make. And in business, I think it's easy to let your ego or greed or all these things that, you know, competition, to let those drive you. But, you know, for me at least, staying connected to the vision, staying connected to the people and the reason, the why, you know, it's all about the why, right? That's really the only thing that matters in life is why we do things. Um, so we don't know how they're going to look or what the outcome is, but for me, it's staying connected to why am I doing this?
Sometimes I also wonder why I am doing all this, but then if I want to think why I am doing it, maybe one of the answers that comes to me, maybe I'm born for this. If not me, then who else? Who else will do it?
Yeah. Well, there
If
you
not
go.
me.
Right.
If
Right.
not me,
And
then
why not? And why not you? Why not
yes,
you?
yes. So sometimes people say, sir, why things are so hard? Then I
Mm.
sometimes say to them, "Okay, if things are not hard, then you would not become the person who you are right now. You would have been somebody else, and you would not be able to move the other. Maybe God has chosen you, maybe the life has chosen you to move this world one step better. So he's testing you, he's trying you, he's making you harder, or you can say he's making you smarter. Words can change, but he's trying to shape you. He's trying to, like, any mobile is a shape, mic is a shape, laptop is a shape, football is a shape. Every shape has its own objective. Same is with the mind. So every mind has a different objective, and it shapes, inspires, transforms the next one who is with him or with her.
Yes. Very true. Very true. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarah, and for your wonderful time. We have a Zoom issue. I don't know. I've been told by my IT employee that we are unable to play audio all across today.
Okay.
We have multiple sessions going on. Otherwise, we have created one dedicated song customized only for you. I would be sending you by email. Otherwise, we normally play on the camera, on the thing. We have a song. Similarly, we also have an anthem for our show, which we couldn't play because of the sound issue. Maybe I will send both the things, the anthem of the show, it's a video song, and also an audio song, which we created a thank you song to you. We will be sending you across for that by email to you. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Wonderful. Thank you, Professor.
And dear listeners, it was such a wonderful interacting with Miss Sarah, the CEO of SOMADOME, the meditation pod, the world's #1 meditation pod. In India, we are in love with meditation for the mental health and for the mental well-being, for the peace. And we are all guided that we should have a pod, we should have a meditation space, which we should have in our room. And this company, SOMADOME, has come up with that space into a kind of a gadget, you can say, which all young generations love it, whether it's a smartphone, smart TV, whatever you say. So you can say now this is a kind of a smart meditation space. So wonderful name, SOMADOME. And we spoke also SOMADOME, the meaning of Soma to you, Sarah, from Indian perspective. Maybe this will remain a memory for you also, the meaning of Som in India. What is the meaning of Som? It is the kind of a meditative experience, or you can say even the Monday is that meaning coming out of that. But it is a first thing you should do in our life. Okay. Next, we would be coming soon with our 5th speaker on the same series, Executive Harmony, Conversation with CEO on Happiness and Spirituality. And we would learn a new kind of a lesson or new kind of a story from our next speaker. And we would be updating you shortly via the same emails and the same social media channels, whether it's a WhatsApp or a Telegram or YouTube. Stay connected with us. And thank you, Sarah, for joining things. And we wish that the family way that you are entering into, we wish all the best for the coming family member of your family.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Professor Natine. It's been a real pleasure, and I'm grateful for you having me and what you're doing in the world. It's very important work. Thank you.
And we hope we will come and meet you sometime in US. We have our own campus in US also. And hopefully we will have some kind of arrangement how we can do collaboration. Maybe as an advisory board, you join a Center of Happiness advisory board. Because a Center of Happiness doing two things. We are running courses on happiness on UG level, PG level, and PhD level. So maybe we can have one kind of course, maybe one kind of research that could be done based on SOMADOME someday soon. How it happens, God knows, but we keep our fingers crossed, and let's see how it happens. Thank you once again, Sarah.
Thank you. That sounds wonderful. Thank you. Bye. See you soon, I hope. Hey, bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much, a wonderful audience. Thank you so much.